We're all loaded up and ready to go. Just a little bit of ways from the Lawn Lake trailhead. We're heading up to Cut Bank tonight and then on to Lawn Lake tomorrow. Just over a mile in, we're getting our first view at the Roaring River. It's about 1:36. We've been hiking for about an hour and 45 minutes. We're 2.4 miles up from the trailhead. Just took a nice packs off break to eat something and rest. It should only be like about a third of a mile to the campsite, so we'll be there soon. All right, we made it. There already.
We're here, yeah.
It's a little ways to the site, but we did it. All right, we made it. Here at Cut Bank. All we gotta do now is set up before it starts raining. All right, we're all set up and now playing cribbage. It's like 3:30, so we've got plenty of time for dinner and then time to just sit and chill for a while. All right, it's just about 9 o'clock in the morning the next day. We're heading up to Lawn Lake today. We've had a nice leisurely time in camp this morning. Feeling well rested and ready to keep going.
Yeah, we are.
All right.
Yeah, bring it.
Well, we've been hiking just about half an hour, just under a mile out. It's been a perfect morning so far. It's been very shaded on the trail. You can see it's nice and sunny up high, not too cold, not too hot. Haven't seen a single other person yet, so it's been a good morning. We've been hiking about 2 hours. We're a little over 2 miles in. Got nice views up at Mummy Mountain up here. And Fairchild over here. Can't quite see Hagues from here. It's tucked behind the trees. Just enjoying the sounds of this river. We've got our best view of the route up Hagues that we've got so far. So tomorrow we'll be working along this ridge and here, cutting in a little bit away from the ridge to the summit and come around a little bit. There should be a little bit of like a ramp that leads back up and around to the summit block. It's gonna be a lot of route finding and difficult, but definitely doable. And then work my way along here up to the summit of Mummy back there, then down the other side. Or if I can't make up the summit of Mummy, there's an option to bail out and work my way down that way back to the saddle trail. All right, we're up to where the Black Canyon Trail meets up with the Lawn Lake Trail. So this is where, if everything goes well tomorrow and I summit Mummy and I'm coming down, come out this trail, hit the Lawn Lake Trail, and head up that way back to our camp at Lawn Lake. About 0.6 miles from here. And there's another view of the route up Hagues. Oh, it's gonna be tough. And we've made it up to the campsite cutoff. Here we are.
Yeah.
Already. We've been hiking for 3 hours and 1 minute. And we're up here. So just about noon right now. Just walked down to the shore of Lawn Lake to filter some water. Just amazing views. over there is Hagues. You can see the full route coming up from the saddle here, all the way up along the side. Gonna be a crazy day tomorrow. All right, here in camp for the night. It's about 8 o'clock. We got here slow afternoon, so we've had a nice long day of just relaxing. We're about to go to bed now because my alarm's going off at 3 o'clock. I'm gonna hope to be hiking by 4. Yeah, get an early start. The weather looks a little iffy tomorrow, so I just want to get as far as I can, as quick as I can. Hopefully be up to the saddle by the time the sun's coming up and go from there. So I'm excited, a little nervous, but we'll see how it goes. Good morning. It's about 3:55 in the morning. It's time to start the hike up Hagues and Mummy. I'm back down at the Lawn Lake Trail from the campsite. And yeah, of course, we're starting in the dark. Probably be in the dark for about an hour and a half at least. It was perfectly clear in the campsite. I could see the stars, but I don't know, maybe some fog or something has rolled in. Can't quite tell, but well, we'll see. We're gonna get started. Oh, I don't know if you can tell. There are 2 sets of eyes up there. I don't know what they are, but that's freaky. It's 4:30 and I'm up to the cutoff for the Crystal Lakes Trail. A good time, made it up here in 35 minutes. Bit of a freaky walk up. I'm already not a fan of hiking in the dark, but seeing those 2 pairs of eyes up there looking right at me was freaky. But there's a cairn. I don't know. It's looking very iffy. All of this is clouds. It's just solid clouds, and I can't tell if it's like a sort of fog that's gonna burn off when the sun comes up, or if it's just gonna be a really cloudy day and all the peaks are gonna stay in clouds. I'll push onto the saddle. Kind of wait for the sun to come up and see what happens. I gotta say, even if it makes me have to call off summiting, hiking through the mountains and all these clouds sure is cool. It's a unique perspective too, so no matter what, glad I'm out here doing this. Close to the top of the saddle. Just looking down towards Lawn Lake, back up from where I came. Looks like the clouds are starting to drop down into the valley. And I was catching glimpses up towards the summit of Hagues. So I'm a little more optimistic that the sun's gonna burn it off. We'll get up to the saddle, wait a few minutes, break there, and go from there. Well, it's 5:47. I'm just below the saddle. I didn't want to go all the way up and over because I think the wind might be worse over there. So I'm only like 7 minutes behind where in my head I'd hoped to be this morning, which is pretty good. But as you can see, the fog has come back. It was starting to clear up a little bit up here, but I'm right in the thick of it right now. So it's 6:04, starting to be able to see the way up. It's slowly burning off here. You can see the other slope on that side. You can see the ridge coming down from Fairchild now. All right, I've got a little hope now. Not even a minute after that last video, and we've got visibility now down to Lawn Lake. It is lifting. Little bit of blue sky. Do I see? Look at that. Okay, I think it's clearing off enough. I can start the ascent up. I believe my plan is to angle up, find the red line on my GPS from this other track that somebody's done. I believe it's going to go about somewhere around there up. So we're going to get started, see if things keep burning off. Gosh, now that I can see the route, I don't know if I liked it more in the fog or now that I can see it. That does not look fun at all, but we're going to give it a shot and see what happens. Water break. Oh, gorgeous views. Clouds keep rolling over. Nothing threatening and they clear pretty quick. So we'll see what happens. A little ways up. Trying to take a level video. It never comes out well in video, but just to give you a sense of the slope on this. And it has been pretty much non-stop like this since the saddle, which you can just barely see through the clouds. It's just unrelenting steep. It doesn't give up at all. I think it's gonna be like this all the way to the summit. Well, I'm at a cloud again. Gosh, it's just hard to say whether it's going to burn off or not. What's going to happen? In classic fashion, I went a little higher than I needed to, so I'm coming down. I think the route is kind of in and out of the cloud here, but it's basically like a ramp that goes right up there, and I'm pretty sure that's the route. A little bit west of the red line again, so I'm trying to meet up with that. This cloud keeps teasing like it's going to go away and then comes back. So I think, things look good. Like, it's not bad weather, it's just that we're stuck in a cloud. The sky's good and the forecast still calls for rain this afternoon, but this morning looks good. I'm making pretty decent time, so I think I'll be good to make the summit of Hagues. Oh, I hate this loose crap. Ran into stuff like this on Pagoda too. I just know from reading about the route, further west I go, the more class 4 I might run into. But it's tough to backtrack to get down this to the red line. I don't want to go back over that terrain I came from. Oh, hey, it's lifting up just a little bit. Oh, there's the summit. That helps. Okay. That's all the further I gotta make it. I'm gonna go up here and assess how things look. I'm at the point in this cloud I just don't want to backtrack. So I think my best shot is to make the summit and then redline it down to the saddle of Mummy and Hagues and figure it out from there. I just came up that. I'm stuck in this cloud. It's trying to sprinkle. I'm very close to the summit, but I don't really, the weather turns, I don't feel comfortable going back where I came. It's too sketchy. So I've got a long haul out through this cloud, just following a line on my GPS. So I've been feeling a little wigged out. But I came up off route over here, saw this cairn, and I have never been more happy to see a cairn in my life. I feel like now I can make the summit and figure out a plan for getting out of here. Oh, it's been a sketchy morning. Well, I made it to the top of Hagues Peak. As you can see, I'm still stuck in this cloud. It's sprinkling just a little bit as it comes up the mountain. Yeah, I made the summit. I don't get any view as a reward. And now I'm looking at a long walk out with, this kind of visibility, trying to route find. If I could do this over, I think when this cloud rolled back in, I would have turned around and gone back. I'm glad to have made the summit, but a little bit kicking myself for putting me in this sort of situation. Right, finally getting some views. There's a look over at Roe Peak and the Roe Glacier over there. I had thoughts of, maybe if things were good and I was feeling good, you can descend down this way and head up Roe. Take that while you're here, but there's no way I'm doing that today. My goal is to get out of here. In fact, when I first caught glimpses, I thought this was Fairchild. I was completely turned around up here. So that helps though. That tells me that I need to head this way off the summit. I had been thinking that way, so oh, that helps a lot. I've got to spend some time really figuring out what I'm doing here. So I'm glad I caught a view of this. Here's the ridge I got to follow to get back. It's a little bit sketchier at the first part, it looks like, but it should widen as I get over there. But it's not going to be fun. I still feel better about doing this ridge than the way I came up. Oh, look at that. You got some great views now. See a bunch of the Cameron Peak fire burn scar down there. Anyway, I was completely turned around up here, so I feel way more confident just following a ridge down towards Mummy and navigating around that than I do working my way back the way I came on that sketchy stuff. So it's gonna be a long hike ahead. If it clears up by the time I get to Mummy, I can do that, but right now it's just not looking like this cloud's going anywhere. It's giving me just enough view to tell where I'm going to get off of this, but I better get going soon. Alright, best view yet, the ridge I gotta walk. Again, this first part's the sketchy part, and then it should widen up as we get further. This ridge traverse, just gotta make it past this first narrow section, and then it should open up on the way to the saddle between Hagues and Mummy. There'll probably be some route finding here. Let's take it slow and steady. I'll check my GPS often. Yeah, this cloud cover is making this just a little more adventure than what I was looking for today. I was looking for the kind of adventure with, you know, nice blue skies where you can see where you're going in this kind of terrain as your route finding. But I guess that's just not the adventure I get today. I get the adventure that makes me very stressed, a little scared, but also I just can't help but feeling like this is super cool. But if I had to pick between this and not doing this, I think I would have picked not doing this right now. But oh well, here we are. That's why I wear the helmet. My God, look at Mummy. Well, it's 10:15. I'm sitting at the base of Mummy. I had thought maybe instead of summiting I would skirt around the side over there, but with that angle and how far it juts out, I feel like, I don't know, I feel like my best bet is to just go up and over. It's like 500 feet from here, and I make the summit, which I wanted to do. Won't have any views because this cloud will not lift, but I can go up there, eat a quick snack, and then from there it's easy enough to find the route down. It's not complicated getting up there, it's just steep. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I just had a good snack, getting my energy back after that. It was a long ways from Hagues over here, longer than I thought it was going to be. So just resting up, and I think I'll start up soon. Started up about 10:20. My goal will be to be up there by 11. 500 feet, 40 minutes. Even when I'm really tired, I think I can do that. Here we are, summit of Mummy Mountain. The last of the Mummy Mountains that I had to climb. I've now done all 6. This seems like the high point, so I'm gonna go stand up here, and I've done it. Yes. Oh my gosh. A lot of today I did not think I was going to make it up here. But either I'm strong enough or stupid enough to push myself on and get up here. And here's the reward. A nice view the inside of a cloud. Oh well, still feels good to have made it. to head out, and there's the best view yet of Lawn Lake. You can really see just how far I have to go. You can also see the trail I came up this morning in the dark. Oh man, I better get a move on. It's about 11 o'clock, and this is when the forecast said the chance of rain starts picking up, so better get heading out. 11:06, and I'm gonna head off the summit of Mummy Mountain. Should just be basically follow somewhat close to the ridge line down for quite a ways until I hit a little drainage. I'll be checking GPS as I go, like I have all day, because I can't see anything. So 11:06, my hope would be, I'd love it if I could be back at the campsite at 2 o'clock, but we'll just see. Oh, this is gonna be such a long hike back. You can just tell. Jesus Christ, this is such a long way down. What's up, dude? I have never seen you in the park before. Hey. How you doing? Yeah, I'm confused as to why I'm up here too. What are you doing? You probably smell my food, but you're not gonna get any. Oh, hello. Just heard some thunder for the first time. So I'm already going about as quick as I can, but I'm gonna try to pick up the pace a little and get back to tree line. Get there before it starts raining or anything else happens. Time to get off this mountain. Might there even be a little bit of a social trail through here? Oh my God, I think there will be. That's gonna be amazing. That's a freaking lifesaver right there. And Cairns, looks like. Thank God. Man, what an awesome view. Okay, I've put on rain gear. Made it to tree line just in time. There's a lot more thunder. Rain's starting to come down. I've stashed the GoPro, so I'll just take some handheld video whenever I can. Still got a little bit of bushwhacking down to the trail, but hopefully these cairns continue and this little social trail shouldn't make it too hard. I still got a little bit to go down. And then back up. There's Lund Lake. Down at the Black Canyon Trail. Finally made it down here. And rain's picking up, more thunder, lightning. So I'm gonna keep it moving. So of course, I made it. I did both summits like I intended. I'm back down out of danger. Just gotta walk back to the camp. So everything, went well. I didn't get good views, and that's one thing, but I think that there are a lot of ways today could have went wrong. So looking back, even though I made it and I'm okay now, I wished after I'd started up Hagues Peak, when that cloud rolled back in and I couldn't see anything, I wish I would have waited like 20 minutes to see if it was going to clear off. And then when I saw it isn't, and it's getting past my time window, and just turned around there. I boxed myself in on a route that wasn't safe to go back on because I couldn't see the best route, and I didn't feel comfortable going back over that route I did, or finding a better route down because I couldn't see anything up there. So it kind of forced me to having to do the whole thing, and that could have led to a lot of bad things. If this would have started an hour earlier, I'd have been the other side of Mummy as thunder was starting and had to go around or take a chance finding a way down the saddle, which I also couldn't see, so I don't know that I could do that very safely. So I'm very fortunate that things turned out okay for me. I should have done things different. But now I'm back at the junction. Just got done with the Black Canyon Trail, 0.6 miles up to Lund Lake and camp. So almost there. Now we've got hail starting. Okay, now this is type 2 fun. Hill was getting too big, it was starting to hurt. I'm just gonna chill here for a second. Very close. I'll wait for the hail to chill out a little bit. Yeah, now it's nice clear views of both summits. Finally get to see them. A little taste of winter. Well, there may be clear views now. Sure, I'm glad I'm not still up there. Made it back. Not how I expected this hike to end, but it is beautiful. It's 1 o'clock, finally back in camp. Yeah, I've said what I gotta say. I'm glad I made it. And it feels good to have made all the Mummy Mountains. Just wish the view could have been better, and wish I would have made better decisions today, but it is what it is. Here I am. Dad's not here, so that probably means he went up to check out the Crystal Lakes at some point. Should be back soon, I would guess, especially after this rain. I'm guessing he hunkered down somewhere and he's probably working his way back now. But I went on longer than I should have without food, so I'm gonna eat something, rest up. If he's not back by 2, I'll go looking for him and see. But yeah. Whew. Okay. All right, morning of our 4th day backcountry. We were pretty much all packed up and ready to start hiking out. Everything was wet. It stormed all afternoon yesterday, so we're wet, but everything's packed and we're gonna hike the, 6-something miles out of here to warmth and dryness. Beautiful weather today. Would have made for a perfect summit day today. Too bad. Time to hike out. Got a nice view of the side of Hagues this morning. For some perspective, that snowfield on the left is the one that I had to navigate underneath yesterday. I went up that and kind of see the ramp that I went up and around the summit. Oh, too bad we're not summiting today. Oh well.